Hi, I'm Sydney, and today I'm going to be watching A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. And I've never seen this movie. I actually don't know really anything about it other than what the details of the film said, something regarding a vampire, but that's all I really know. From also like the preview thumbnail of the movie, it was in black and white, and I was thinking, oh, this must be from like the 60s or something, but it said it was from 2015, so I was like, oh, what the heck? But yeah, it's pretty much everything I know, but I'm really captivated by the title already. It's a title that I think says a lot, but also says so little. So here we go. I wonder where and when this takes place. It's weird because I really just don't know anything about this movie, so it looks fairly modern day though. Elijah Wood.
پول میدی؟ گفتم پول میدی؟
بچه چند دفعه میخوای بهت بدم.
Yeah, I wasn't even sure if this film was a foreign film, but once I read the description or something, I remember thinking, oh, maybe it is.
کردم این ماشین رو بخرم 2191
There's a lot of those oil rigs around where I live too. For a second I thought he was maybe doing that for like diabetes or something, but pretty sure that was drugs. That looks kind of good. He looks like the guy from that one band.
اون چیزایی که پدر تو دوست داری بودجه‌شو نداره.
ماشین مال منه، ماشین مال اون نیست.
That sucks. That's a pretty crappy dad. In the beginning they established how much his car meant to him. He worked so hard for it. Well, I wonder, I was expecting this movie to be having a female lead because of the title, so I'm curious if a supporting female lead will come in soon, or... We can see a bit of classism going on here with her, and you can just see how she's far more privileged than him. But I'm curious what this flashes to the TV keep being. Is he just a news reporter? Is there's some sort of distress in their country right now, it looks like.
بخشید که مزاحم شدم، ولی فکر کنم این کار یکم بیشتر طول بکشه. می‌کنم اگه یه دونه پسر تنهایی بیاری تو اتاق خوابت.
چه پسر آقا؟
Is he gonna steal those earrings though? At first I was like, that was appropriate, but then I'm like, oh wait.
بچه نمیخوای؟ زنم بچه میخوانی؟
No. Who is this?
قسمت منو بده.
سبکی.
قسمت منو بده.
بلند شو.
سبک نیستم.
This guy's probably gonna die. I feel like this movie is highlighting the way that women are treated misogynistically based off of the television thing at the beginning and then this. I think this is the girl I saw in the thumbnail, so this is why I thought it was like from the 60s or something. She looks a lot like Winona Ryder, actually. Even the people crossing sign looks like, I'm not sure if it's a hijab or... Yeah, he's a jerk. You don't tap on fish glass. This music feels so... It just sounds so opposite of the feel of the way this is filmed. You know, like the black and white, it feels kind of noir. And then it's like... God, this scene is so drawn out. It kind of reminds me of the scene in Boogie Nights, the Jesse's girl scene. Oh. Here we go, okay. She can bite his finger off. Well, this guy, they just gave him such a clear bad start, like he had to go. So far we're on her side. Ew, oh my God. Yeah, what do? Just get the keys and get out of there. Who was that dumping the body? I couldn't tell. Yeah, the dad's going through withdrawals.
میکنی اینقدر من به تو لطف کردم میخوای بشمارم ها؟
I'm confused if that girl is a sex worker or if she was just selling drugs for the guy. It's like that scene from Interview with a Vampire with Brad Pitt and the other guy mirroring each other. Not the kid. She's gonna be right there, yep.
بله.
Damn, she can be intimidating.
آخر عمرت تماشا میکنم.
So it seems like her intention might just be to be killing men who are bad, because she kind of let that old little squeaky guy go, and then same with the kid. It seemed like she was just trying to scare him into maybe influencing how he matures.
مریض من دوامو لازم دارم
Medicines.
فقط به فکر خودشه
دوستمون گفت برو دراکولا رو پیدا کن.
It's kind of a bummer that he sees his dad at home struggling with this addiction and stuff, but then he stole this guy's stuff and now it's just like selling it or giving it to people. That's so contradictory. It's like you could see what it does to people.
اون قرص چیزی نیست اگر تو نباشه. تو رو لازم داره.
Their use of like, I really like the music in this. There's a lot of like pop music and just, I don't know, the music is really, feels really important in all of this. He does not look good. This movie's pretty slow paced so far. I'm interested to see where it goes. That could just be the whole tone of the film though.
من گم شدم. اینجا کجا؟
شهر بعد.
من دراکولام. نه ترس به تو کاری ندارم. تا حالا اینطوری نبودم.
I wonder what's going through her head. She seems to be, I don't know, not quite compassionate, but not aggressive.
من خونم نزدیک اینجاست.
من نمیتونم. من باید بشینم.
At first I thought he was off the hook, but nope. I wonder if this music will all get copyrighted. I might have to silence a lot of this. I really like the tone of this scene. It almost feels like I'm taken out into like Pretty in Pink or something like that, where there's this, I don't know why there feels like this romantic tension because of this music that's added. Like, we still don't know her intentions at this point. Is she actually kind of curious about this guy, or is she just luring him here to kill him, or...
As people drift into a dream world.
Again, another long, drawn-out take, but it's really beautiful. Wow. Yeah, it's so rare that a movie will really take its time with something that simple. So that was really nice. Yeah, again, another kind of random moment, but really beautiful.
نصف شبی کجا بودی؟
دختر
مبارکت باشه خوشتی.
Well, it seems like his dad's doing better, which is good. I hope the son doesn't fall into that pattern of taking drugs now, but it was a good way to kind of bring those two characters together. Oh no. Because she must think it's that guy's car. The guy who looked like he was from Diantward or whatever.
چرا دنبال منی؟ رده بخور شیرینه.
Can she eat food even? The rules in all these movies are so different, so.
حالا چی دیدی؟
قصه میخوری هیچی هم عوض نمیشه.
It's a deep.
دزدی؟
نه
پس چی هستی؟
I feel like she is kind of a thief though if she's taking people's stuff. Oh shoot. What'd he do? I was kind of wondering, I was thinking in my head literally just before that, I was like, huh, the body count's only at 1 so far. And we're over an hour in, so, but now it's at 2. But that one felt a little random. I think she has a crush on him. Oh yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't recognize her from her leaving the other dude's place before. I wonder if he's gonna make that connection. I feel like he's got it and then he's gonna get freaked out by her.
واسه همبرگر آوردم. حالا کسی رو ندارم که همبرگر دوست نداشته باشه.
It reminds me from just The Fly that I just reviewed or whatever, when he's like, I have one magic word, cheeseburger.
آخرین آهنگی که گوش کردی چی بود؟
هلو هلو لایلا ریچی.
آهنگای غمگین میچسباندن.
That was a good question of him to ask. Geez, that's quite a brave, intimate thing to do.
نمیدونی چه کارایی کردم.
تو هم نمیدونی من چه کاری کردم.
So I guess she's just feeling guilty about her position because she sees him as a good guy and doesn't want to bring on all this evil stuff onto him.
حالم برم نمی کنی دیگه من تنها گذاشتی رفتی حالا بعد اومده اینجا.
What, does he think the cat is like his wife?
اینا رو بردار از این خونه برو بیرون برم نگرد. گربه هم با خودت ببر دیگه نمیخوامش.
No. I didn't quite understand that cat thing in the beginning, if I'm being honest. Did he just steal that cat? I like that the cat like looked at the camera there.
میخوام واسم برقصی.
Okay, she must be a sex worker then.
بذاری خود حال کنی.
نه نمیخوام. گفتم نمیخوام.
Misery loves company, right? God, I hope he doesn't kill her. Is the father gonna die? I feel like the father's gonna get killed. Dang, she's helping her.
اونم با خودت ببر.
I wonder if he feels responsible at all. But even though that's literally not his fault at all. Yeah, he's like, I'm out of here. He honestly is in a position though where he could have a fresh start, totally. So I would take it.
باید بریم.
I don't think she knows that was his dad, and they've only really seen each other a few times. It's a lot to ask of her.
بیا با من. بلم نکن منو تنها نذار.
Is she gonna go with him? I knew it, I knew it. He's like finally starting to notice these red flags. I don't know if there's really enough evidence there to inform him that she killed his dad, but there's red flags for sure. Lots of silence. I love how that cat just looks right in the camera. Okay. Okay. Movie ended. Huh. Okay. Okay, well, that was a really interesting movie. It was not what I expected at all. I think it's hard for me to articulate and gather all of my thoughts like right after I just watched a movie. So I'll just kind of break down what my initial thoughts are that I can think of, but I know even in the next few hours they might change. I think it's rare to find a film that follows a female vampire as its lead. I've seen, and it's possible that there could be a ton of them and I've just never seen them, but most of the like main pop culture vampire sort of references are males. Like any female vampires tend to be the side characters. So for it to just be one vampire and it's a girl, it's very interesting, and this felt like the most honest, more realistic portrayal of a vampire living within a community that I've seen in a long time. I'm actually currently rewatching True Blood right now, and this film, I mean, it's definitely, those are two very different approaches to the idea of vampires, right? But this feels a lot more honest, and I think that has to do a lot with like the indie style that they're filming in. This movie takes a lot of advantage of its time in not feeling like it's trying to cram a ton of information at you. There's a lot of sequences of just space and silence, and I think that's why the music feels very intentional and like powerful, and I really enjoy the choices of music they make, because especially because those scenes are so quiet. To have this kind of pop music over it really adds a lot of life to those scenes. Yeah, it's so I had reviewed American Werewolf in London, The Fly, and now this. So we have our werewolf, our monster creature, and then we have our vampire. And all of those movies are very original takes on those ideas that are used a lot, right? But I think this one is definitely the slowest. It was very slow, but it was also super enjoyable. It felt like an art piece. The cinematography was really beautiful. Like really simple shots like of him poking the fork at the egg, and a lot of those really nice wide shots of like the two women walking along the wall, or even the intro of him walking with those angles of the streets, or even just the shots of the industrial sort of oil rigs was like really just like pretty to look at. It felt like I was looking at artwork. And in the same way that it reminded me of that is like if you're in a museum and let's say you see a painting of a person, you're just seeing them in that one moment, right? And like in the painting, you're just getting the information that they give to you, and that's it. And that's what this movie kind of feels like. There's not these huge character arcs or character developments. You're just kind of witnessing these people in this, whatever, maybe 2 or 3 days. And that's kind of that. I mean, there is a little bit of a character arc for the main guy, because there is a bit of a character arc in him finding his independence and choosing himself, to prioritize himself and his wants over like taking care of his father or, you know, whatever. So there is a bit of that, but it feels more just like I don't know, just getting a peek into these people's lives. It also feels like I'd have to do a little bit more research into seeing what the purpose of this film was. Not that there has to be, but it really does feel like there's a clear social, maybe political message behind this, especially with the title being A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. It felt like there was a lot of themes of, I don't know, like the treatment of women, and especially too how she's kind of cleaning up the streets in her own way. There's kind of those messages, like I mentioned while I was watching it, of like classes versus gender differences, and especially since this was written and directed by a woman, I don't think that was on accident. Yeah, it's a lot of symbolism within this film too, thinking about that sort of ditch with all the dead bodies in it and how it was right next to these houses and no one seemed to notice. It seemed very symbolic about just, you know, our communities that we live in, and all these really horrible things are happening, and sometimes we tend to just ignore them, or we just straight up don't see them happening. That was just my interpretation of that. So I feel like this movie felt very like symbolic in that way. I'm sure there's a lot more of those sort of references that I just missed on first viewing and just trying to understand the whole movie. But yeah, Murphy's licking her hoo-ha in the background of my video. But yeah, overall I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really, again, beautifully filmed, interesting characters. I love the use of space and just taking their time in the movie. And yeah, also I really do enjoy watching foreign films. I always have the subtitles on when I'm watching movies anyways, so I'm very used to like reading this. If you tend to see my eyes go like this while I'm watching, it's because I always have subtitles on. Well, that was A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. It's currently streaming on Shudder. Let me know if there's any other movies you want me to watch soon, and thanks for watching. Bye.